Hello everyone, it is almost Thanksgiving, and if I check my uploading schedule real quick, the last episode, so that means I'll need to, oh, sorry guys, I just realized I'm posting this episode late. I was supposed to record this yesterday. I apologize for the inconvenience. So I guess I'll post this tomorrow. Or I could post it on Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving everyone. Time for this. Okay guys. So I am going to either post this tomorrow or Thanksgiving. This is recorded on the 25th, of course. I'm going to. I also have a drink again, so my voice can be nice and smooth. It is time to launch some rockets. I also got another mod. I also got two more mods. One of them was for BD Armory, which won't matter at all. And then another was to make the interior of cockpits look realistic. Right, orbit Kerbin, that was our thingy. Suborbital space flight on Kerbin. Right, I could do this. Do I have do I have the passenger thingy? Because if I do, then I could also carry another Kerbal with, like a scientist, so we can do a lot of science. Not a doubt it. Oh, right. I remember what I was doing last time. I was gonna the Sputnik, right? Yeah, I was gonna figure out how. I don't remember why this thing was failing though. Oh yeah, I also got Kerbal Redux. I forgot to say that. So now I get much more realistic things. Also, I made all the UI small, but I think this is just a glitch because it should not be this small. So let's go ahead and test how this works. I wait, no, right. I'm not doing this actually. Right, yeah, right, yeah. So I can actually put two command pods together, and annoyingly, the game is not getting my scroll wheel to work. Annoyingly, this is the bad parachute. This is the parachute we want. Now I just need to add a heat shield, a decoupler, and now a simple stage to orbit. Sorry that the camera's so zoomed out. I'll skip this for you guys so it's not annoying. Okay, guys, the rocket is ready now for our Kerbals. However, that is not what I meant intended to click. I meant to click on this. We're gonna have Jebediah in here, and to minimize weight, uh, the only one of the issues is that like I'm not gonna bring any science on this. I don't think. Oh, right. I probably should actually bring a little bit of science. Yeah, you know what? I'll bring a little bit of science with, but I won't bring it into the atmosphere. This is already a heavy enough craft as is. Okay, this should be good now. However, I do need to accept the mission, so that we can actually get the Kerbal on the craft. Or else it wouldn't, we wouldn't get paid for it. Very a VIP. Suborbital space flight on Kerbin. We'll do better than that. We'll give you an orbital space flight. Hopefully it works. Here we go. Time to launch. 18 times. Okay, well, guess it's time to upgrade the launch pad. I think it's. Is it tier 2? Is it tier 1? Oh, it's tier 1. Yeah, level 1. Level 2 will make it a lot better. Boom. Level 3, however, requires way more. So this is like the simplest spacecraft there is, which is nice. I mean, it's the simplest launch pad, not the simplest spacecraft. My bad, guys. So anyway, after this, we're gonna try and do a mission to the Mun because that'll be nice. Wait a minute. No, this isn't the R3. This should be the R4, actually. The R4. Which means that the R3 banana will get deleted. Boom. Perfect. Now we just need to... Okay, good. Kerbals are ready, and now it is time for launch. Okay, guys, we are ready to launch the rocket. We got Jebediah and Shawning Kerman, and they're ready. The mod I had that would make this all realistic apparently isn't working, or I didn't install the mod properly, so I have no idea why. Right, I'm gonna disable that because now I get very nice shots of up close to the rock without it phasing apart. We're ready for launch. Okay, the TWR is really bad. Oh my god, it's time slowed, of course it is. So is 2 times speed? Yeah, this is basically just normal speed in the game now, I think. No, I fixed it, okay, good. So we don't have any fins, not fins, we don't have any nose cones to put on this because it's a very early tech tree so far. And yeah, it's probably pretty insane of me to try and get to orbit this early in the game. But yeah, these boosters, their only goal is really to just launch us up to try and get us to a higher apoapsis so we can use our swivel engine with more efficiency, which is working. As you can see, it's buying us a lot more delta V. Or meters a second, I mean, which is, yeah, that's delta V. It's buying us a lot more delta V. We went from like 1900, and now we have over 2000, which is really good. And now we have the swivel engine working at full capacity, which is good. So we are getting to orbit eventually. I think now I can go like very sideways to get them to space. I'm going to take a material study from high up in the atmosphere, actually. Yep, just for the science, you know. Oh. I definitely should get us like out of the atmosphere first for a much more efficient burn. So now I just need to warp us out of the atmosphere. Then it'll be really easy to land, which is good. Very good. The moment we get out of the atmosphere, I'm probably going to have to burn just because of... Yeah, so I think I'm in space now, if I'm correct. Yep, our apoapsis is 76 kilometers, so if I burn, then hopefully I'll manage to get circularized. Hopefully. We do have a very efficient engine right now. No, we're not making it, are we? It's so close yet so far. More fuel it is. Okay, guys, the rocket is ready for liftoff. As you can see. So they should be ready to launch. But okay, hopefully the game... Okay, good, the game didn't crash. That's good. What's this? I don't even know what that button does. Oh, we also have the trajectories mod. Okay, okay. So now we just need to go straight up with all these. As you can see, time's going by very slowly. This is just normal speed at 2 times speed. So hopefully if I set it to 4 times, it'll get fixed. Yep, it's fixed now. Let's go. Now we're boosting up, which is bigger, indeed. If I toggle interior overlay, you can see that they're both aimed straight up. I think if I view, I don't think that there are any, oh, there is actually a docking port at the bottom. So that means they probably could go into each other's pods if they need to, like, grab some food or something. Immediately do a gravity turn maneuver. Whoa, okay, I'm gonna have to do a full 360 to counteract that. Why? Oh, right, the center of mass is probably very high up, which is not good. I also should probably actually maximize power. Now, I don't really want to maximize power. Maneuver, I don't even know what that is. But as you can tell, I think setting it at like a cool 55 degrees, or whatever, not 30 degrees is pretty decent. This should give us plenty of time to burn in the atmosphere while giving us time to actually get out of, giving us time to get into space. Wait, yeah, giving us time to get out of the atmosphere, which is nice. 75, of course, then we warp up to apoapsis as always. Oh, also, in here, this shows all of our life stuff, like oxygen and stuff. One of my old craft had died from that, sadly. So whenever I do missions that would take actual, like, noticeable amounts of time, I will pack at least a little bit of extra food. Like, any mission that would last over however much time we have food for, which is really obvious, actually. As you can see, the higher you time more, oh, I should probably stop burning until we get higher up to our apoapsis then, so it's still efficient. 300 meters a second of delta V left. Hopefully this will get us to orbit. Please get us to orbit, game. We're so close, we're so close. Suborbital space flight on the Kerbin, yeah.
So his contract is already fulfilled, suborbital space flight on Kerbin. But I really want to get us on a proper orbital flight. Also, the reason I'm warping up to apogee constantly is because it's the most efficient time to burn is at apogee, apoapsis. So if I can get up to apoapsis constantly and keep burning there without going past it, because then at that point it would be downhill. No pun intended. Yes. Okay, I forgot to run any science experiments, but I definitely can do some now. We finally managed to get out of the atmosphere. Let's go. And we have literally just enough delta V to get back down. We have basically no delta V on us right now. I'm going to close these doors. I'm going to let Jebediah out real quick, just so he can grab the science, because he has RCS. Good. If he didn't have RCS, I would have been so mad. I don't know why my game is so choppy, but I will be getting a better PC soon. Hopefully, definitely not soon, as in like the way you guys would ever realize, but soon for me. I'll be getting a better laptop, I think, first, so then I can make at least some decent videos if I ever like forgot to and I'm doing something. Then I don't have to like voice them over in post, which will be fun. Oh right, I almost forgot to do an EVA report. Perfect. Now we board. I'm gonna run a crew report. Oh wait, requires my right manned means with a proper Kerbin. I mean, not a proper Kerbin that doesn't exist. So I'm just going to burn the fuel like full force, because hopefully that'll get rid of some of the extra weight. So I'm just going to try and lower our paraapsis to minimum, and I'm going to... Let's see, paraapsis is at pretty decent. Okay, good. How did it just drop spikes in space? I don't think spikes in space can like actually exist. Oh, right, thrust warp. I need to have my thrust at 0 in order for it to work. As you can see, we have just reached apogee, and now we're going down into the atmosphere. I have no idea what that was. Wait, what was that actually? Oh, was that the space center? Oh. Well, as you can see, the craft is sideways right now, and that's for a good fireworks shot. When we reach that point where my cursor is in the atmosphere, that's when I'll detach, because then we'll get a nice view as we go down. Or I'll detach here, actually, so the craft doesn't burn up too much. You can see we basically haven't even hit any heated part of the atmosphere yet. Now we have, though, and you can tell because the camera flipped. So the ablator is slowly losing its energy, but only very slightly. Is 0.04 just from the natural atmosphere. No, it's supposed to be on surface. Okay, there we go. If you're going on a suborbital trajectory, having it on surface mode is recommended, of course, but if you're coming from orbital, then it's fine for it to be on orbital mode. As you can see, it's still going away from us, which means that it's experiencing more drag than we are, which is expected because it is a giant chunk of the spacecraft. When we start hitting, oh right, actually, I forgot to enable the, 1 second guys, I need to enable something real quick. Okay. So that thing, for some, I forgot to change something. I have my pause video button assigned to F10, and it should not be at F10 because that'll constantly have that happening, which is not good. I think I have plasma thingy active. So, yeah. Situational modifier is 0.6. Kerbin harvester massive. Yeah, the bow shock looks insane on this thing. Luckily, I'm gonna open up this so I can see how hard the reaction wheels are working. Because if the reaction wheels stop working, or if they start if the reaction wheels ever get to like a point at which they never go back to normal, then that's when you know that your craft will flip over. It's not very close to its purpose. I love SAS so much because it allows for such fine. Why can't I turn? I must have just been turning. Oh right, I forgot. I was turning really slowly. Oh look, it found the most aerodynamic way to go down. Now it's going much faster than us. The reason it's going faster is because engines are much more aerodynamic than heat shields. But also that tends to happen. If a chunk of that thing had hit my spacecraft, I would have been so mad. I have no clue what that is, what that chunk that fell off was, but it's going it experienced so much drag, so it's probably a fuel tank. Wait, no, it's a decoupler, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably a decoupler. Decouplers are pretty good against heat, and they generate an ungodly. That thing's already 20 kilometers away after a few seconds. So the ablator basically stops the heat shield from transferring its heat into whatever's behind it, which is the reason most craft fail. Because if you have a really small craft and it goes through the atmosphere, if I open up projector, oh right, that's the only issue, is that like really small craft, no one bothers to put heat shields on them. If you did put a small heat shield in front of the Kerbal for re-entry, they would still burn up because Kerbals are dumb. Now that we are not, now once it shows that we are not using any ablator anymore, I think this means I can have it chill out now. From the surface, we're 15,000, which means we're over some. Is that over the sea? Not, yeah, we're over some land actually, not the sea. We're over some land. Once we get to like 5,000, I will. Maybe I will actually have this so we don't crash. Is this the, yeah, this is the realistic one. Oh, we are over the sea. Oh, we were over land. That makes sense. Again, this is what Jebediah Kerman sees. He's in near freefall right now. He's just experiencing a little, if it was a no, he's not experiencing freefall. I don't know why I said that. I will ditch some extra weight though, which actually no, the heat shield costs something, so I probably won't ditch that. Plus it would damage this guy. Thank God that the parachute activated when it did, or else we would have been pancake. Wait, was that I thought I saw some debris for a second. It survived re-entry somehow. Which, you know, it didn't, which is good. So wait, are all these things in retrograde orbits? I thought this thing. I almost forgot that we're trying to land. Okay, the craft is ready. I'm actually gonna take Jebediah out for a second just so we can pop an EVA report. There we go. More science. Whoa, this thing tried to tip over. I'm gonna have him enter the seat before he can. Now we can recover the vessel for a successful mission to orbit. Let's go, guys. So we got 51 science from that. Which is very nice. So now I can go into flight control. I could get us winglets and stuff. Or I could go into electronics and get us... I cannot get that, sadly, actually. Sadly. So that means none of this stuff is able to be bought yet. Is that? Oh, I could actually get the Mark 1 crew cabin. That would actually be really annoying to get. I'll get back to you guys when I figure out something to research. Okay, guys. So I decided not to research anything. And instead, I decided to save up. I accepted a mission to get 4 people on a suborbital trajectory, which I can definitely do, because all I need to do is just launch a rocket straight up and then straight back down. And that's literally it. I'm not even going to give this rocket a proper name because it's literally just for the Goofy mission. All right, I did actually need to research something. I forgot. I needed to research crew cabins in order to probably do that, because having 9 command pods would not be very space efficient. How many can this hold after them? Okay, 2. For some reason I thought I could hold 4, but I realized that's for the Mark II, actually. Okay, guys. As you can see, we have the rocket save still, luckily. So now all I need to do is add 2... I don't think I need a... I think I should... Yeah, I don't think I need to add a... What am I trying to say? Right, I don't think I need to add a parachute to this thing. I mean, not a parachute, a heat shield, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think I need to add a heat shield, because this thing should... Because it's only going on a suborbital trajectory. So it shouldn't need a... Also, something I learned about this thing is that it actually brings electricity in, which means that if you're trying to wait for a transfer window, using this thing and attaching at least 1 to your rocket will ensure that you won't run out of power. It will for food, though, if you have the mod idea. Advanced sub-satellite, that's weird. Free IVA. Like, this is what I'm looking for. So in here, I could get a supplies hex can. I could add that many. Or I could add these, I think. No, I cannot. Okay. So the smallest I could add would be these, which 3 of these. Yeah, it has 5 water. Yeah, it has 5 water. So that means it gives us a total of 5 water to take it on a flight with us. These do not hold their own supply, so I actually don't think I need that. No, I don't. However, now time for calculations. I assume that this rocket will be able to get to suborbital trajectories, but just in case it can't, I added this. So putting your finger on the decoupler sign spells, which is good. It wouldn't if they were attached to this, which means that this rocket is now properly working. Let's go. Perfect. Now we just need to put everyone in here, which is the 4 tourists.
Now we just launch the rocket. Yep, pretty good TWR and everything. Out for launch.
Jebediah also can now target prograde, retrograde. Because he's level 1. This is a very shaky rocket. It's not supposed to be doing that. I'm gonna have to stage. If you couldn't tell, the rocket's not supposed to be doing that. Oh, apparently the rocket's just trying to naturally face prograde. My goal, however, is to get it to go back to the center-ish. Hopefully this will get us up to apoapsis still, hopefully. I mean, out of the atmosphere, so not apoapsis. We will always get to apoapsis. What I'm thinking is if we can get to out of the atmosphere. It looks like we can. And actually, we're going a little bit too high up, I think. I'm going to have to do it. Suborbital space flight on Kerbin. Explore the mud. That's not really return to Kerbin by phone. Yeah. Anyway, nearby the market. Can I do a crew course from here? No. So I'm just going to do a crew course from here then, I guess. Nope, does not do anything. Okay. Well, the good news, though, is that... those fins are going to be a real pain, actually, because when we re-enter the atmosphere, it's going to be really annoying to come back down, because it's going to try and flip the rocket. I should have thought of that, actually. I'm not that big-brained, as you guys can tell. We're going up to 100 kilometers. Hopefully, the rocket can probably land. I probably should actually have Jebediah selected to land. As you can see, we're losing 6 electric charge a second because he's actively trying to turn the rocket. But once he does turn it, it'll be really easy to come back down, luckily. This is going to be set to surface, not orbital. Orbital has it set very differently than surface does. You can see yaw is flickering, and that's because it's trying to manage the yaw without going full yaw. Perfect. Now the pitch is chilling, slowing it down, and we have assigned to retrograde. Which means now it's going to warp back into the atmosphere very slowly, of course, because this rocket is very slow. I'm going to go to 4 times speed, because I'm confident Jebediah can keep this rocket lined up. I hope that the SRB actually burns up in the atmosphere, just so that it doesn't flip. And it did flip. If this rocket crashes, guys, I'm gonna apologize. As you can see, though, the rocket is rapidly flipping. I'm gonna try and get in the death spiral.
It's not getting out of this. Yeah, it's going orbital velocity at 1,000 meters a second. It was not going to get out of that. Okay. So, guys, I have to go do something real quick, so I'm going to pause the video. I'll get back to you guys in a bit. So, guys, it is the next day for me, and it's the next day for me from the first day of recording. So I have no idea what we were doing last time. I think I kind of remember what we were doing, just a little bit though. So yeah. I think I fixed the mod that would add interiors to the spacecraft. So this will tell me. Oh yeah, we were gonna do... Right! We had that rocket that we were gonna launch into space, but then it crashed down last time, so this time we're gonna add... This time I'm just gonna add... I probably could just add a decoupler. That would probably make it a lot easier, actually. There is a decoupler. So I already thought ahead, nice. Okay, guys, let's just go ahead and launch this now. Remember to add all the tourists. Now we just launch the rocket. Boom. So if you check... nope. Mod is not working. Well, that's annoying that none of the mods are working. But, at least I can launch the rocket now. Is time slowed? Of course time is slowed. There you go, time is back to normal, guys. Okay. I'll accelerate this for you so you don't gotta watch all this. Actually, wait a second. I realized I could just keep talking and have this accelerated, so like... 4 times speed. Yep, just like before, we're going very high up. Do the crew report. Nope. Okay.
So yeah, guys, I'm gonna accelerate this on surface. When the reaction wheels start having to put in some actual effort to keep it steady, we detach up here. Whoa. Okay. Oh.
Okay, guys, I will get back to you when I fix this issue. Okay, guys, the new and improved rocket is ready. I just added some fins to the top of it in hopes that that would fix the issue.
So we have a lot of fins on the bottom to counteract the few fins we have at the top, which we sped everything up, of course. If I disable SAS, then I think it would be aerodynamic if I went the other way, right? Oh, right, yeah, but this aerodynamic stuff is gonna have to counteract the pointiness. No, back down to surface. Okay, I'm just gonna disable that. We're probably gonna land in the ocean, all things considered. Luckily, though, we are getting out of the atmosphere, and a lot better this time too. Oh, also, as you can tell, I added some drogue chutes to this thing so that they will. It's like this. I added some drogue chutes so that the craft can better slow down. So yeah, in this case, we want to do this, and something like this, just because. There we go. Now we're gonna go straight down. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna accelerate the footage because, of course, and it's not allowing me to accelerate the time. So total time they've been here for a day and like basically just a little bit of a day. I'll accelerate this for you guys because I don't want you guys to have to experience this in slow motion.
Guys, I just realized I had this paused for so long. Sorry for however long got time missed, but the rocket worked, luckily. It did this flip thing where like it flipped on its side while entering the atmosphere, and everyone experienced like 10 Gs, not 10 Gs, like 5 Gs or something. It was very cool.
So I think I should take another group of Kerbals with us. I would really like to have some electrical power on this flight, though, but I don't think I can get any, sadly. Good news though is I can get some heat shields. That's 800 watts, which electricity will last for a day, which is a really short amount of time for some reason. Oh wait, Max crew. Yeah, we're not bringing Max crew. We're bringing Jebediah and Bob on this flight. And the reason we're bringing Bob is so that we don't have to carry an ungodly amount of supplies with us. Where's the life support here? Okay, so I cannot fit this in there, but I can fit this, which should add some nice food to the craft. See, food amount with current crew is a full day of food. Oh, wait a minute. Do they need to be attached to the actual rocket or something? Oh, yes, they do. Okay. So in that case, I'm glad that I noticed that, because I never would have if I hadn't. So in that case, I probably should just attach like a few of these small ones to the ship. Two of these Okay, maybe not even two of them. But like I think one of these would last us. Like how long will this last us? 11 days. That should definitely be enough time. Okay, there. It's in the center of the graph now. Oh, wait, I forgot to do this. I need to select this and tell it to have much higher floor priority, so they'll take from that first before going up to this and taking stuff from this. Oh, wait. No, I don't want that. I don't know why I added that. Perfect. Okay, guys, the rocket is ready for launch. This is the R5, correct? Yep, this is the R5. Spot will also get deleted. So this is the R5. R5 asparagus. So based on the calculations, I think this stage will get us high up, and then the swivel engine will boost us sideways to get us into orbit, and then the Terrier with its 1500 delta V, because we're going to be in orbit, will get us to the Mun. Will get us on the flyby with the Mun. Gotta make sure we're bringing the proper crew with. A parachute isn't needed. That saves us some weight.
Yep. Okay. Now let's. Oh, right. How many parts is this? Way over. Right. I actually have a few things I need to upgrade. So the tracking station and VAB. That leaves us $109,000 to do a Mun flyby. Which this should be enough money. I think the next mission is to orbit the Mun and then return, I think. Oh yeah, this is only $17,000. That's really cheap. I didn't even bother to check if we had the proper crew. I'll get back to you guys once we launch this thing. Okay, guys, we are ready for launch. Also, I realized that because the solid rocket boosters were attached to were only attached to the decoupler and not anything else, they were very shaky. So I managed to fix that. Now, however, we get to do a little bit of science.
Okay. Launchpad 7 science. Now let's go. Solid rocket thrusters are launching us. I'm going to speed up time for you guys. This will only be to get us as high up as possible, so that the liquid fuel engine is efficient. Okay, now I need to course correct my program, and of course it flipped over. Because all my rockets decide to flip over no matter what I do. Okay, we're course correcting prograde. Perfect, okay, prograde has been course corrected. Now we're going up. So because this is to get us into space, I'm going to try and get us high up first. Before we, yes, now that it says we've reached orbital, that's good. We still haven't actually gotten out of space. Also, this is the capacitor. That's for that when we run out of, that's for if we run out of electricity, I can run that. So that we don't run out, so that we don't crash, you know? So once we escape the atmosphere, the moment we escape it, I'm just going to burn. Okay. Swivel engine needs to activate so we can actually turn. Then we go full thrust. I like the persistent thrust model a lot. It's nice to have. Because then I can just make my rocket warp at like full speed while boosting. Oh. Okay, turns out we're going to have to use the Terrier a little bit more than I thought. Propellant, no, we still have a lot of propellant game. I guess I just ran it too much. I'm about to start going down, which would not be good. Because it means that if I don't boost us like 693 meters a second, is that even enough to actually get a... Is that even enough? So, set as target. Does the Mun go this way or to the gray line? I don't know. Let's see. If it's very small celestial objects or very far celestial objects, that really matters your angle of attack. But as you can tell based on our... Where's the food button? There's always a button. Space dust, harvestable resources. Oh, we can get xenon gas in here? That's interesting. Oh, yeah, that's from the atmosphere. That's not very good. I guess I'll just... Actually, I can go into the space center. My hope, I really want to get... So I'm going to get maneuver nodes by getting into like the managing station, whatever it's called. Now, the reason I'm going to get maneuvering nodes is because then I can get it really precise, because we don't have a lot of delta V to spare. We do not have a lot of delta V to spare. Mission control. Not that button, this. 75,000. Flight planning available. That's the button, I think, yep. So any other things? No. Okay. So now I can at least... So now we at least have the ability to do... We at least now have the ability for maneuver nodes, which is good. That means we can do much more efficient burning and such. Oh, also, if you want to create a good refueling station, a good spot to put it is in Mun orbit. So, if I check the map, I can create... Yeah, maneuver nodes, that's good, okay. So if the Mun is here and it's going this way, it'd be... Like, I'm going to run it behind us so that we don't... So that I can burn properly, let's see. We do not have enough delta V for this, do we? Nope, I severely underestimate how much delta V we had. And also, is this the... Oh, here we go. How cheap can I get this? How cheap can I get this burn? I'm gonna have it like barely into our literally it's gonna like use all of our fuel, so we're gonna have to be deadly precise with this. This is the max amount of fuel I can get us. Yep, this is the max, and it's not even close. Nowhere I can put this would ever get us on one trajectory, which means that I need to either land this or restart. And I can't revert to flight now, so I guess I'll just. Oh right, can I transfer crew? I think I should be able to. Select IVA. What is RPM? This is the wrong guy. I meant to do Jebediah. Oh, this looks really interesting. Look at this thing. This is definitely not as good as EE, but it's nice. Still interesting. So I'm gonna need to transfer crew, transfer Jebediah to here. What do you mean internally unreachable? Okay, Jebediah, hold on a second. Oh, okay. So that means I guess it's good that I figured this out before, before the game decided to do something stupid. No, nothing. Okay. I'm just gonna observe all the goo from space and stuff. Oh, I forgot to take the temperature, right? Yeah. So we're basically milking all the signs we can get. Sadly, I cannot EVA Bob, so I'm gonna have to EVA Jeb. Collect the data, take data, take data. So collect data means that it will require it to be restored to take more data. So yeah, collect the data, and take the data again. Wait a minute, yeah, can't I store the experiments in here as well? Yes, genius. Now I just need to put the lights on so that you can see. There you go, okay. Now we board. Now we just go ahead and land this thing. It's sad that we couldn't go to the moon, but it's better than... I'm not going to set it too low, because I know that I can always use the... Hopefully we land in the day. Yeah, this is good. Look at how much. If we landed during sunrise, that would have been sick. But sadly we couldn't. Whoa, okay, the game slowed down long. So as you can see, we have a lot of electric charge. So yeah, we're going straight down now. I'm going to do hard physics warping, just so we can get down faster. So you can see Jebediah Creme is shaking around violently. There's no EVA for this for some reason, which I find really weird. Now we just gotta burn like all of our speed, then I can stage. Once we burn all of our speed. Yeah, we had a lot of Delta V, but not enough to get to the Mun and back, sadly. It's actually really annoying. I hate that stupid stage noise. Can I turn that off? Okay, no, I'm gonna just turn completely off spacecraft. And I'll turn it to 1%. There. It should make it hopefully quiet enough. You can see we're going down very fast. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad I spotted that. I don't know why. Oh, right, we still target on the moon. I could set it to target. No, that would have been very bad. I will, however, use the capacitor to discharge. So, do capacitors recharge? Oh, capacitors recharge really fast, actually. Wait, so I didn't even need all that. So I could just have a single capacitor? It's interesting. So we're going down pretty hard, but we should be fine. As you can see, we can store charge really fast, which is interesting. Because that means all I need is toggle capacitor pad. What's this? Oh, that's the discharge button.
It charges at 8 electrical units a second, which may not seem like that much, but it is. We're going down like really fast, actually. I hope the parachute can open up in time. This experience, like, Jeb wasn't even phased by that, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was the sound of the upper stage getting disintegrated on contact with the grass. I think I'm gonna have Jebediah EVA real quick, just so he can, like, take data. Oh, no, you can store the data. Okay. There we go, okay. So I think I can have them do another crew report. Kriblin's grasslands, yeah. Nice. I'm gonna have Jebediah go on EVA again. Can he repack parachute? No, a level 1 engineer is required. I can do an EVA, not that, EVA report. Oh, we've already done that for some reason. We are so slow. Jeb. There we go, okay. Now he goes in here. And now we recover the vessel. Okay. That was pretty good. Guys, this might be a little bit of a shorter... Oh, this... Okay. No, actually. So let's see. What do we do? In this episode, we added a few mods. We obviously got to orbit. We tried to do a flyby of the Mun, but failed. So, guys, in the next episode, I will do a flyby of the Mun, a proper flyby of it. I'm gonna get this, though, because of the winglets and stuff. Where's the cheap land? Do we already have the cheap landing gear? Micro struts, yeah. So we can actually land a very small pod on the Mun if we wanted to. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.